Question 2. How effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary text? Our trailer was effective because the whole purpose of a film is to advertise the movie. If a trailer didn't advertise the movie, then the creation of the important product would be pointless and time wasting for the production company, which was obviously my group. So if our trailer didn't do that, then there was no point in us doing it in the first place. The trailer is the most effective form of advertising for a film, or most well known. Myself, I wouldn't go see a film if I hadn't seen the trailer. I wouldn't do it just by seeing a magazine or a poster. I would probably actually want to see the trailer. This is because it gives the audience an insight into what the movie has to offer and what they can expect to see, as trailers include the main plot of the movie normally. If this is not done, then this is extremely unusual. In our trailer, we included the majority of our main events from the movie into it, so we could let the audience have a glance into what the movie had in store for them. Our trailer also introduced all the characters, either in depth or quite briefly. Our main character, the female protagonist, she's mentioned quite a lot. There's a lot of shots with her in it. However, there's one of the male characters, he isn't shown. I think he's got about one scene, maybe two. We didn't want him to be too involved in it, but we still needed the audience to know that he was there, because obviously he is one of the main characters, but not the most main one. This is effective to the audience, as the characters are the main part to any film, which obviously everyone should know that. If there weren't any characters in the trailer, then this would suggest to the audience that the film has not got any interest in it and might not be worth the watch, which is why we felt our trailer had to include characters, because ours is real life. It's not like a cartoon, where a cartoon you might be able to get away with not having a lot of characters in, or maybe one for a little bit of it. So we had all of our characters in ours, just because obviously ours was a real life situation. Well, not literally real life, but real people. We also added a cliffhanger at the end of our trailer. In doing this, it added a large amount of effect to the trailer on a whole and began to raise enigmas for the audience. This was probably really successful for us. I always like watching trailers that have a cliffhanger in them, because it makes me want to really, really watch the film. So, however, the audience will not know that the cliffhanger at the end of the trailer could be in fact from the middle. So we wanted to change it up a bit. So instead of having a cliffhanger, what could happen at the end, it could be from the middle. But the audience won't know that. They could think it's at the end of the film, which is normal. But going to my magazine front cover, this is another effective form of advertising for our movie. However, the front cover alone does not give enough information for the reader or audience to make a judgment on the film. This is obviously because you haven't got as much detail. In a trailer, you can fit a lot into a short amount of time. But when you're looking at a front cover, you've got everything that they're trying to tell you is in front of you. You can read it for a day, an hour, 1 minute. You're not going to get any more information from that cover than what is in front of you. So although it is an effective form of advertising for it, I don't feel like it's the best. And although I still made my front cover the most effective it could be, it still wasn't the best way that we could advertise it, hence why we did the trailer as well. The front cover skims the information about the movie, as I've said, and sometimes it's not enough for someone to want to watch it. I know that magazine front covers don't persuade me to go watch the film. Our magazine front cover is also effective for the magazine company, as it sells the magazine as a front cover. So this aspect helps to sell the magazine, which also promoting and selling the magazine, it then promotes the film as well. So it's kind of a win-win situation. So creating a magazine front cover is good for both a magazine company, so let's say Total Film, is good for them because it's giving them profit, and then it's also getting us the advertisement for the film. So creating a magazine front cover was so good for us. This is why our front cover was effective, as it could potentially help promote the film, which is the end goal that I wish to achieve whilst making it, which I hope I've done. The film poster. The film poster is effective as the use of the main image in the centre of the poster draws the audience to focus on the poster's information. For instance, our actors, the release date, the title of the film, and obviously the main characters. So yeah, I mean, that's, I think on my one I had 3 people on my film poster, as I didn't want just one because I thought it'd be a little bit boring. If I didn't include all of these, it wouldn't be good, because then you can't see everything that's involved in the film. And it would also be a bit of a waste of time if I wasn't to do it anyway, because I need to get all versions of how to promote my film. I needed to do that, and I thought of doing a film poster. That's normally what everyone does. You normally have the 3, which is the trailer, the magazine front cover, and the film poster. All 3 of them kind of complement each other, hence why I did all 3 of them. The one thing that I had to think about was if the main image did not draw the audience in, because that's the first thing you see. You don't see the release date. That's not the first thing you see on a film poster. You don't see the title. You don't see the actors. You don't see the small print at the bottom. You literally see the main picture. And if the main picture can kind of like draw an audience in, then that's like obviously going to help a lot. So I had to think about that. So that was why I chose 3 characters, because as much as 1 can be really powerful, 3 can also be quite powerful as well. If my image did not draw the audience in, then it wouldn't help the audience to see all the relevant information. Poster pretty much be useless, would not be promoting the film at all, the actors or anything like that. My title and dates on my film poster were large, but I didn't want them too big to take up the whole, obviously, like the front image. I had to pick a font that was kind of towards the theme of the period drama genre, and in doing that I kind of went with quite like curly writing, like handwritten, and doing that I think it gave it quite a nice finish. I made sure they weren't too dark, too light, so I kind of kept it quite on like soft colours, but not so soft that you couldn't see them with the background. They were clear enough and bold to strike out, especially the title Lily, and I made that really big, quite bold, so that everyone could just kind of see it. Obviously you can see it up close and it catches your eye from a distance.